Pathetic.
That chap right there. God, can I ever get enough money to open enough of these places? They sicken me. They hurt. They really hurt.
Lack of money is probably Pellin's strength. He can keep going indefinitely on the handouts and windfalls that come his way. But where do people like him go for real money? The money they need to develop. Every year we raise large sums to support deserving welfare agencies, many of whom once struggled for survival, just as the Activators are doing today. Trouble is, the people who administer the funds for the welfare establishment say they have no cash to spare for social experiments like the Activators.
The Social Planning Committee reported in very positive terms about the value of the contribution they were making. And they expressed great regret that they were unable, according to our present structure, actually to recommend their acceptance.
Any agency that was wishing to use voluntary dollars should initiate the ordinary controls that the community expects to control these funds. I'm thinking now about a bona fide board of directors, set up a corporation under the Societies Act, keep accounts.
Is this possible?
I think that you can be innovative and creative, unorthodox if you like, in terms of treatment. But I don't think you can afford to be unorthodox where accounts are concerned.
And Peggy says that they do a lot of good for young people, and I said, well, do you think the Lions should support this? And she says, yes. She says, I think they should. They're a good organization.
The Burrard Lions Club has been giving Pellin $50 a month. Now it's to be $300 a year.
And this won't discourage the community chest from taking part. I think we've all agreed that this is a good thing to do, and then we're in the next breath saying, therefore, we're going to cut them down.
I feel quite strongly that Dave is doing something that some of these so-called social workers will never be able to accomplish.
This is right.
And they're very jealous of their rights. Now that you I feel quite strongly that the social workers, if the community chest get involved in that, they're going to attempt to sort of push Dave aside or to try to control what he's doing, and the influence of Dave will be lost.
Could you take about 2 or 3 minutes and actually describe a person who goes to your office and then what happens to them? Now, forget the metaphysics, just what actually do you say? Could you give us just in a couple of minutes or 5 minutes?
Yeah.
It's natural to come out of school saying that anything I didn't learn isn't worthwhile knowing. But if you feel there is nothing else to learn, this delusion here will destroy you.
In the Americas particularly, unless you have a degree, the philosophy is you're no damn good. And this is why there are so many people wanting to go to Mr. Pellin, because he tells them, that's not important, you are some good, and I will show you how to prove it. And we have, by these degrees, and I think practically everybody in this room is as guilty as the next one, because they're all very proud of this degree and probably couldn't operate unless they had it. Now, I think Mr. Pellin takes these people and he says, within you, there is something good. Let's you and I together investigate this. And he gives the man some of his confidence for a while until the man regains his own confidence and finds his little place. Now, is this what I think you're doing?
Well, I think that's all in a nutshell. That's what I meant when I say I don't look at sick people. I look at the health in a person. I don't know anything about physics.
Oh, we haven't taken that yet. We're taking that now.
Yeah, how about telling me something about it?
We just started 2 days on it. We're not trying to back out of it or anything, you know, it's just that we just started.
You haven't been studying too much, have you?
Oh, I've been studying.
Go ahead, get up there, take a piece of chalk. Show me what a molecule looks like. Go ahead.
Yeah, anatomy.
Anatomy, is there a piece of chalk there?
No.
There you are. Teach me something about chemistry.
Okay, that's one atom.
Speak up, you know, it's very difficult to hear you.
Oh, I know, I never did this before.
Well, come on, you're doing fine.
Of course, there's different kinds of atoms,
You're talking about the hydrogen atom.
Well, yeah. Well, there's only one. There isn't much to talk about.
But if you go into places where people discuss interesting things, that's what they're talking about.
Well, sometimes you hear interesting things in the beer parlor, too,
What? Who laid who?
What do you want me to do all the time? You want me to study all the time rather than go down and see my friends,
Oh, you're rational, and now you're frightened, eh?
No, I'm not frightened.
Yeah, that's what you're saying, though.
No.
Now you're saying to me, what do you want me to do, study all the time?
Well, I mean,
It's your life. I don't want you to do anything.
Yeah, I know. That's what you're...
I don't care what you do.
That's what you're telling me, aren't you?
Did you work more or less since you saw me last?
More.
Well, that's good. That, at least, that's progress, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Well, I'll tell you what I want you to do. Will you promise that you'll be back in 2 or 3 weeks and work hard and give me an honest-to-God lesson in what you're doing? Will you do that?
Okay.
All right. I don't know too many people that would come back and hold their promise, especially when they have such a tough time of it. That's pretty good, man. That's damn good, man. You just keep trying. You're not gonna fail. Just keep working at it. And I'm not saying this to give you a pat on the back, because I don't pat people on the back. I usually rip the hell out of them. But you've got that little spark in you. If you really wanted to, you can become a hell of a big leader. Because you have an instinctive moral standard. Most people have to develop a moral standard. In you, it's instinctive. And this means big people, if you want to put it to work.